because they require you.
Before Sophie gets that started, we have a TDMC in here. Disregard,
We-
disregard. It's not an MC.
Be- It 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 works better if you listen. It will take less than 5 minutes.
Come on, please, please.
Please, please. Okay. I'm gonna have to relay everything over. Uh,
What?
well,
I
yes,
think it's time.
because
This.
hold on. In fact, why don't I do something like this and then go here?
Is there
I'm pretty.
a way that you could potentially play our audio through like speakers?
Yes. Let me
Feel it now.
try speaking now.
What it do?
Right. You're coming out of the TV or
Right,
the monitor. Can
right.
can you hear
Can I hear who?
Can you
yourselves when you
hear
speak
us?
as well?
No, I don't.
Fantastic.
I don't hear anything. Good.
Right.
Okay, so
She's.
we're good.
Can you hear? Would you like to start speaking, Ronald?
Okay.
I like turtles.
So Sophie, you're probably wondering why you've been called to listen to us speak, but don't worry. We're gonna get to the bottom of that. Well, background information. I'm actually the individual who sold Mitchell his PC that he's using right now. More background information about myself, Rooney, is I graduated in 2019 with a four-year degree in biochemical engineering. Now, this is relevant to the topic we're about to be discussing today. So, what we're about to discuss is I'm gonna throw a lot of information at you. Okay, not all of it's gonna stick, but I just want you to remember the fundamentals. The other day, I caught Mitchell in one of the voice channels, and he had forgotten to mute his microphone, and he was actually sobbing. And so I'm like, "Yo, what's going on here? Why are you crying?" And through the tears, he manages to tell me, "I haven't gotten any epic farts from Sophie." And I'm like, "Listen, Mitchell, let me talk to her. We'll get to the bottom of this." So now you're probably confused to all hell. Epic farts, what's going on here? Well, what you don't know, what you haven't realized, Sophie, is you're actually what is called an epic fart girl. Now, I believe he's tried to explain this to you before in the past. You are in elevated status above other girls. And why? Well, if you look into the chemical nature, the DNA structure of your flatulence, you are not only releasing, methane, which makes it smell, but you're also releasing dopamine and serotonin, which are happy brain chemicals. Okay, those are chemicals that the brain produces when you feel good. Now, I don't know what you eat, depending on your diet. If you have a lot of protein, you could also be putting protein into these epic farts as well. So the problem when you have something with dopamine or serotonin or anything like that, it has similar effects to nicotine or like hard drugs. Once you get hooked on them, the withdrawals are devastating. So Mitchell has been surviving on mere scraps. Whenever you just accidentally let out a little too. What you're going to need to do to help Mitchell stay healthy and not only happy is we're going to need to up those numbers. You're going to need to start embracing your role as an epic fart girl so that way we can keep Mitchell's mental health and physical health in top shape. Like I said, I know this is a lot to take in. I hope you embrace it, but those are the fundamentals. Do you have any questions?
She says no.
She understands.
Do you understand? No.
All right. Let me lay it flat. I know I used a lot of fancy words. Okay, that's that 4-year degree for the biochemical engineering. So let me just lay it straight. Okay, Mitchell needs more farts from you.
In the mouth.
Yeah, that too.
Did you catch any of that? Did you catch any of that? She said that she's still half asleep.
Not to
All right.
interject, but, if you don't do the fart in the mouth, I mean, I don't have the same prestigious degree that dear Runald here does, but that as far as my research can indicate, if you fart in the mouth, it is pretty close to the brain, so it gives the brain a much easier time in processing and absorbing that dopamine and serotonin than if you were to just fart on his chest or like on his leg or something. I mean, those still help, but and if you can possibly do a fart girl drip, kind of like a saline drip, where you just put a needle in his arm and pump the farts into his bloodstream that way. That's also pretty efficient, as far as I understand.
That is absolutely correct. I just didn't want to overload Sophie with information because again, we're throwing a
Okay.
lot at her. She is half asleep right now, but that's okay. I came in with a backup plan. You don't graduate college without having a plan. I am recording this, so when she has more time, she can watch this and she can review and she can hopefully learn. Okay. Again, a lot of information, so it might take multiple watches to understand everything that we're saying. Will
Thank you
you?
for doing this service, Ronald. We all really appreciate it.
Yes, thank you for your service to young Rooney.
Yeah,
We
it's
also have evidence that suggests CPR is primitive at this point. We don't do mouth to mouth anymore. We prefer to do anus to mouth, as we find to be way more effective. Like, medical experts all around the world are starting to advocate for ass to mouth.
right, right. But I want to weigh in here with that, biochemical engineering degree. This is still a new study, but so it's not effective for everybody. Normal people, it doesn't work. It's actually kind of a little lethal for epic fart girls to be doing this. But Mitchell here is an epic fart consumer. His DNA and blood structure have been reconfigured to accept epic farts. Okay, your epic farts to Mitchell will not be lethal as they would to be to whoever you work with. One of your coworkers. So you can do this new upcoming anus to mouth procedure, but do not replicate this with anybody else, or you could kill them.
Yeah, them farts will get out of hand, and one day you will explode. And when that day happens, I just hope you're not farting in the direction of somebody you care and love about.
I feel like we covered a lot of ground here. I feel pretty resolved. Does she have any questions?
Do you have any more questions that they've asked if you have any
Also,
more?
this can all be fact checked with Dr. Torres. He's the resident physician here of Skell.
Right. Correct. Well, I don't want to take up too much of your time, Sophie, since you are a busy woman. You seem to be always sleeping. I've been trying to arrange this discussion for several days now. I'm very lucky to have caught you right now. Um, we've covered everything that I wanted to cover. Like I said, a lot of information was thrown at you. I'm recording, so if you ever have any questions, you can come back to this video that I'll send to Mitchell, and you can just learn from there. Uh, I hope you have a good day and you have a good shift, and hopefully you think about what was discussed tonight.
And if you partake in our survey afterwards, your name goes into a raffle with a chance to win a brand new dishwasher.
Thank you for your service, guys.
All right, and recording.